Brentford won, West Ham won at the G-Tech, and you know what? I'll take it. We have left David Sullivan's bank account looking like Tottenham's trophy cabinet, and we have found more men to play with than a day by the sea in Brighton. But on the pitch, they haven't hit the ground running at all, and we've only picked up one win this season in the Premier League, and that was away at Low Flying Eagles of Crystal Palace. Our so-called striker Nicholas Füllkrug has spent more time in a hospital bed than he has on the pitch, but if you ask me, he needs to stick away from the hospital and go to the dentist instead. Look at his teeth. So unfortunately, he couldn't play, but someone who could is someone who I described as a Jamaican donkey by the name of Michail Antonio. Alright, maybe that was a bit harsh on the donkey, as Michail Antonio is just about as useful as the buy option in Calvin Phillips' loan move to West Ham at the end of last season. But yeah, Michail Antonio started that game, and to be honest, for the first 45 minutes, I thought the team bus stopped at the services because we didn't even turn up. Especially in the first minute, as Brentford were playing countdown. After 38 seconds, they had taken the lead through Brian Mbeumo, who, I didn't even know this myself, is 25 years old. 25. They must use dog years over in Cameroon, because there is absolutely no way that bloke is 25. I've seen men in the corner shop look younger than him, and that's saying something. Anyway, 1-0 down inside minute 1 wasn't so great, and especially not for our attempt to get a clean sheet, as that was going the way of Liz Truss's reign at 10 Downing Street. But I tell you what, she would have been better playing in midfield, as our midfield was just about as creative as whoever came up with this brilliant Chelsea chant. And as we got into half-time 1-0 down, I was looking at Julian Lopetegui and I was thinking, you're not a proper hammer, you're a proper iron, mate. But then he changed his mind as he started to be a bit more ruthless and actually made a substitution at half-time, bringing Mohamed Kudus off, dragging him off the pitch, and it's something that Dino Dave wouldn't have done under his reign, as he would have only made the special substitution of either Maxwell Cornet or Ben Johnson in the 78th minute, whilst we're already 2-0 down. So I respect the ruthlessness from Julian Lopetegui. Thank you very much. However, I am going to stop complaining for just a bit, as we did actually start to cook at the start of the second half, as Paqueta realised he had over 1.5 in this game and actually needed to lock in. So Paqueta picked the ball up, sent it to Jaradona, who backheeled it to Potato Salad. Potato Salad back to Big Dick Mickey, who had a very, very strange shot on goal, but it ended up trickling through back to Thomas Souček, who just poked it into the back of the net, and it was Brentford 1, West Ham 1, doing his weird helicopter celebration right up to the away fans. Irons, 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 irons. And also, I just thought I'd mention, Mark Flecken, the Brentford keeper, had a cap on to block out the sun, but it clearly didn't work against the 6'4" Czech beast that is Thomas Souček, hungry for a goal to go alongside his potato salad. Absolutely massive. And by the end of the game, Brentford had come up with a few more attacks, but they were bees with no sting, and West Ham ended with a point in West London, just like we did a couple of weeks ago after the Danny Ings masterclass away at Craven Cottage against Fulham. And by the end of the game, Julian Lopetegui had been for his first proper bit of squeaky bum time at West Ham, trying to hold on to a 1-1 draw. And they nearly got a penalty, Brentford, as well. But don't worry, it wasn't given. And if it would have been given, it would have been a lovely bit of Premier League utter woke nonsense. Because in my opinion, the penalty was as weak as piss. So I'm very glad they didn't give that. And Lopetegui's pants were saved. For this week anyway. So as I say, we come away from the G-Tech Community Stadium not losing for the first time ever in the Premier League. Absolutely massive. Lopetegui at the wheel. And until next week where we play Ipswich at home, I'll see you then. And come on, you Irons. Biggest team in the world.